Hello and welcome to the Overnightscape video review. I'm here in lovely Bridgewater County, New Jersey at my parents' house. It's my birthday today and going to be doing a little review of Salicornia. I never knew this stuff existed before. Here it is, the Salicornia, if you can get a good view of that. This is Salicornia and this is what it says. It's from Melissa's Produce. This is premium produce, and Salicornia grows on pure seawater, giving it a fresh, salty flavor with a refreshing, crisp, crunchy texture. Add Salicornia to salads. Stir, rinse Salicornia before using. Use fresh in salads or chopped dice, or use whole in recipes. Steam, bake, blanch, saute, stir fry, or use as a garnish. So this stuff, I mean, it looks almost like, I don't know what it looks like a, I don't know, like a weed, or it's a kind of seaweed, but because it grows on seawater, it's very salty. I love it. It's like, I guess it's just raw, and it has a great crunchy texture, and really, really salty, and a nice, just a great vegetable flavor. So again, this is called Salicornia, and I never heard about it before. But my mother, you want to be on? My mother got it for me, or she got it for everyone. But so I love the Salicornia. A great flavor. It's really, really salty, and it's really good stuff. So there you go, Salicornia. So now it's time for the dream review. This is the yard where I grew up. You want to show the house? This is the house where I grew up, and a lot of times when I have dreams, they'll take place here, in the house or in the woods. Now, when I grew up, I was very lucky to have woods. See, there's a shed there, and there's woods. Now, when I was growing up, these woods were a lot more like full. It was like a forest. It was like having a forest to play in growing up. It was very cool. So let's go into the woods. Because just the other day, I had a dream that took place right in these woods. So I'm going to be. It's kind of cool. I'm going to the actual physical location where the dream happened. We're going to come here into the woods. Now, it looks like a clearing here, but like I said, when I was growing up, this was just full of trees, and we built forts out here and everything. It was really cool. So let's come over here. And so here we are. So this is where my dream took place the other night. And I don't know if you can see this. This is sort of the back of the woods, and then there's another yard over there. In the dream, there was a road. A road was built right here, and there were cars. There were cars driving down this road. And so in the dream, in order to go to town, I had to come back here and walk through down these roads and go through all these different woods and stuff to get to this town. So in the dream, I came right here. And usually this was a road that there was never any cars on, but there was a constant stream of cars coming right down. So if you could imagine, like the road was like right here, going this way. And it was just a constant stream of cars. You know, sometimes you try to cross the street and you cannot cross the street because there's so many cars coming. So I got really frustrated. I was sort of walking on the edge, and I walked down this way, and eventually I think I got to where I wanted to go. And I asked someone, I'm like, you know, I've always wondered this. How do you get on that road? Someone in the dream, I'm like, you know that road in the woods? Like, how do you get on that road? And they're like, oh, you have to go to this quarry number 18. And you go to quarry number 18, and you drive behind these rocks, and then there's an entrance to the road. And I'm thinking to myself, all those cars, they went in that quarry? Like, it made no sense to me. So, but it was a great dream, and I'm actually visiting. It was just a few days ago, so actually visiting the location, and very strange. It's really weird to. This is not a place I come to that often, because you know. Very cool to see the actual location of the dream. So there you go, the dream review. So here it is. This is the room I grew up in. From when I was about 3 or 4 years old to when I was like 25 years old. This is the room that I lived in. And it's kind of interesting. You have these sloping ceilings. You see the sloping ceilings here. And this was my bed. Here we go. This was the bed. And the beds are actually built into the. Can you see it down here? The beds are actually built into the ground. It's very interesting. These are actually like built in. They've been there ever since we moved in like 1970. This was my brother's bed. And we have these built-in desks. So this was my desk over here. See if we can turn the light on. Oh, look at this. See if you can see this. Here's the here's a desk. I would sit here, and of course, when I was living here, this place was a mess. There was junk everywhere. But come over here if you can see this. This was my bulletin board. Look at this. And look at that. Look at these stickers here from my childhood. F-E-N, Frank Edward Nora. Look at that. So these are my drawers. Of course, my stuff isn't in here anymore. I don't even know what's in these drawers. But let's see if we can see here in this closet. I don't know if we should look in here. I don't know if you can see this, but it's kind of hard to see. But there's actually little labels. We can't see it, but there's little labels next to, like this would say belts right here. There's like a little metal label. So it was very interesting. Everything was built in. It was sort of like the, this was basically like the bedroom of the future back in like the 1940s, okay? So, but the coolest thing about this room, and I'm sure a lot of people growing up would have loved to have this, is the crawl space. So let's see if we can find out. I haven't been in this crawl space for a long time. Here we go. This was my brother's desk. Underneath his desk is this little door. Now, when I think about it, it's one of the coolest things ever. And I hope there's nothing like bad in here. Here we go. You would open it up, and let's see what we can find in here. Hopefully there's a light. Yes. Here we go. Come on in. Now, this is almost exactly as it was when I was growing up. And there was this crawl space, and if you look, I don't know if you can see down here, there's these, let me bring the camera in here. See, there's like these little holes, and there's ones back there too. We would find like toys from the 1940s and 50s, like jammed back there. One time, I think I've told this story on the show, when my mother said we had to clean up our room. This room was, and pan around the room, just imagine, there were toys and games literally stacked 2 feet high all around the floor. I mean, literally, it was an utter mess, if you can imagine, okay? Like, we literally had to dig trenches to walk around the room. That's how much junk there was. All of our board games, if you had like Monopoly and all those games, every piece was just scattered around. Everything was destroyed. So my mother said we had to clean up the room. We jammed everything in here, and it was this room. And let me get the camera. You'll see this area. We threw everything in here, and this entire crawl space was jammed full of all these toys and stuff. And my mother came in, and she was like, "Oh, you did a great job cleaning up." But this was awesome, though. Of course, there's a lot of insulation and stuff in here. Probably not the healthiest place to hang out, but it was a heck of a lot of fun. So I was a very lucky boy to grow up with the crawl space. Bye bye.